What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Here we go. So yesterday, not gonna lie, can't tell a lie, Bubba and John Bravo both put out bangers. I didn't know which one to react to first. So I'm gonna do a John Bravo one because I've been doing more Bubba ones, and then maybe later today or tomorrow we get to the Bubba one because it has some good stuff in it. So anyways, that said, let's get straight into it. Shout out to John Bravo. Everybody go over there and show him some love. Let him know that we appreciate him.
So as we know, Wes Watson loves going after people that he thinks are less than him or are nerdy. Remember what he did on stage with Andrew Wilson, attacking the shit out of him, but he didn't know he was a millionaire? Well, now he's going after Moist Critical.
Moist Critical. That is Penguin Zero. For those of you that didn't know how to say his name, don't say Penguinzo. His name's Penguin Zero. I was calling him Penguinzo.
One of the biggest creators on YouTube who made a video about him and roasted the shit out of him.
So Wes Watson is your generic ChatGPT AI spit out life coach where he doesn't actually do anything. He just asks people to give him money and he tells them that they're going to be successful for doing it. That's his whole life. He just takes money from people and buys cars with it and then yells in his cars about why he needs more money to teach more people to become millionaires.
Hey, this dude, I'm going to tell you, Holmes, this is one of the most, I don't know if you guys know who it is, Penguin Zero. He is one of the biggest YouTubers on YouTube, one of the biggest content creators. This dude will put out a video and get 1 million views in a day, right? Makes no thumbnail. Like everything that they tell us how to be successful on YouTube, he doesn't do it. He doesn't shave. He doesn't care about any of that because he knows when he gets in front of the damn camera, it's gold. I mean, my hat's off to him.
He has a whole channel dedicated to just whining to his followers about giving him money, how he needs more money. He is literally just a dominatrix that desperate dudes will pay and think that somehow they're going to make money from it or he's going to impart wisdom on them. Meanwhile, Wes doesn't actually have a business. His business is looking for pay piggies that will pay him under the ruse that he's going to give them life advice, but he openly mocks them for doing it too. It's this like crazy.
Is that nuts? That's why this dude's so good. He could put everything in a nutshell. Me, I take a little bit longer. I'm older than him, probably twice his age. Maybe not, but that's a fact. Wes Watson has no business model, right? His thing is to scream and yell and then tell you send him 40,000, and then he's gonna talk shit to you for sending him 40,000. I think the 40,000 guys are drying up on him. I think he may get the $300 guys. They're going to last a little bit longer. Wes, you know, I make these videos, man, on a personal level. I don't know you. I don't hate you, but I think you're a dirtbag. You're a douchebag. You're a liar. Your prison stories are full of shit. How much time you were sentenced to, you lie about. How much time you did, you lie about. So when somebody will lie about nothing, that means they'll lie about everything. And so if you're broke a year from now, I would actually feel bad for you, how stupid you were. To grab that much money and lease, I paid $95,000 a month. You could have bought a home. You could have bought several homes, man. Rented them out. Create streams of income. Instead, you're bleeding to death. It's crazy.
Crazy cycle.
The thing is, he didn't realize Moist Critical gets more views in 10 minutes than this asshole gets the entire month on YouTube.
No doubt.
And before I play this clip, right, of what he said, remember in my last video I made this beautiful rhyme? It could have been a rap song about Wes Watson. Well, he must be the biggest fan of me because he's trying to come up with his own rhyme now, this piece of shit.
Hey, you guys, I missed it. I don't know when this happened, but I missed when this started taking place.
What? You becoming a douchebag, or are you revealing that you're a douchebag? Because that's two different things. You've been a douchebag for a really long time. But when you left the park bench, that's when you like stopped hiding it. But you're not talking about that, probably. Oh my bad.
Since when did these video game
I love video games.
playing, comic book collecting,
I probably should collect them because they would have value down the line. This dude's so stupid. Listen to what he's saying.
action figure shelf
Hey, shout out to Fig. Fig has invested in action figures, comic books. He's invested in a lot of stuff that's gonna pay dividends. But listen to this dick. He doesn't know shit about shit. And he thinks he's making fun of other people when he's showing how stupid he is, right?
having long-haired 45-year-old virgins start to speak down on studs who are jacked and roll motherfucking hypercars around Miami and live.
Hey, you know what? I don't have a hypercar. I'm not interested in a hypercar, but the car I have, I guarantee you it will get me to the same place you get. Like, if I need to go to the grocery store, I'm there. Boom. ASAP. You know, I could even ride a fucking electric bike there and get there just like you get there in a fucking $500,000 car that you're leasing. You dumb fuck. This dude doesn't realize how stupid he sounds when he talks, huh?
Live in mansions. I'm not understanding when this took place. Do they just have such a group where they're the king of the nerds and all their nerds rally and they're like,
Yeah.
hey man, it's so not cool to be jacked. Dope fucking action figure case, John.
Hey, my name's John. Should I get a fucking action figure case? Hey, John Bravo. Hey, nice to meet you. We have the same first name.
Hey, how's your comic book collection going? You sure killed it at that Call of Duty competition.
Fuck yeah, they make a lot of money over there. Except they have a lot of cheaters. You know, I don't know why every time he does a story, like he's doing shit, I inject reality into his fantasy. I guess it keeps me grounded.
What the fuck? We live in Backwardsville. Whoa, dude, what the fuck?
But now, I've got even a better one for this big titty milk sucking, pagan asshole having, big boy loving, Sharmuta paying piece of shit asshole. In fact, he loves being a Sharmuta so much, he was the biggest Sharmuta in all of prison. He comes out, and now he's in a prison gang with Kali Muscle and Big Boy, right? So I decided I want to do him a good deed. And I made these.
Fucking John's a cool guy, man. He's fucking great. Thank you, John, man. John's always thinking, like, how can I help this fucking idiot, Wes Watson? I respect that.
These t-shirts called Sharmuta Cartel.
Sharmuta
And
Cartel. Everybody needs to everybody in my Discord, whoever buys one, send me a picture of that, right? I need to see that.
For sale right now. Link is in the comments, and supplies are limited. So I think it's a good thing we show them all how much we support their cartel. But this is the thing. Like I said, he loves to bully people, right? But he's going after
Online.
people that are way more successful than him.
Most relevant question on earth.
Well, what is it?
Find me one of these gamers. Just
That's not a question.
find me one
Okay.
where their gaming avatar looks anything like them.
What's the question, you fucking asshole? Find the avatar and that looks like them. You didn't say does it look like them. You said find the avatar that looks like them. You're an asshole.
I bet their gaming avatar looks more like a superhero.
Mine doesn't. Mine's a guy in a hoodie with a Mexican flag behind him. You're so stupid.
Or is jacked. I'd imagine. I'll put my money on it.
Of course you'd imagine that it'd be a dude jacked. You weirdo. You check out every dude you meet. Did you shake Diddy's hand or his dick when you met him? Miami is like a movie. Fucking weirdo.
Find me one of these gamers whose avatar actually resembles them.
Andrew Wilson is a real millionaire.
Yeah.
And Moist Critical He gets over 150 million views a month on YouTube. Do you know how much money that is? He can afford to buy a McLaren every month if he wanted to, but he probably doesn't. You know why? Because he doesn't need to buy shit and show it off to people to make him feel better about himself. And this is the thing. There's nothing wrong with loving beautiful things in life. I love beautiful things. You work hard, you earn it, right? You enjoy it. But there's a difference between buying things because you love them or buying things because you want to show them off to people. And the reason why people do that is because they're missing something inside themselves, and they do this to make themselves feel better.
A butthole. He's missing a butthole. John's being nice. John's nice, man, but it's true. He lost his butthole. So like his butt cheeks are his butthole. He was just too reckless with it, and it fell off. I from what I heard, it fell off. Allegedly, before he sues me. And then Wes is the kind of guy, he will sue me for that joke, right? And just so he can have somebody take pictures of his butthole. I'd like to see Exhibit A. I'd like to show the court Exhibit A. This is my butthole. That's exactly what Wes would do. And he would look at the jury like, I hope they like it. Weirdo.
You can be rich and be humble. Or you can be rich and be an asshole like this guy is perceived at because of what he does on the internet. And that's why he's the most hated guy on the internet. There's also another reason why people love to show off flashy things to others. And those are the people that don't actually have it. I'm going to tell you a quick story here. When I lived in Scottsdale, right, there's these guys making a good salary, $40,000, $50,000 a year. That's average in this country, right? Even though now, with all these days, you can't really live on that money. You used to be able to. Anyway, these guys, they go around and they find a really, really high-end luxury condo, and they get together with 5 to 7 of their friends. They split the rent, so it's only a few $100s each. And then you know what they do? They go out and they get a Lamborghini. They pay $3,000 a month payment on the Lamborghini so they can go around town and flash and pretend they're rich when they really don't have a pot to piss in. So now
people that do that, and there's a lot of people that do that. Wes is the king of those people. When he talked about the nerds and how they all collectively like come together, what are the douchebags? What is your crew called, Wes? Do you do that? I think you do. What do you get out of it though? Like the rest of us laugh at you, right? I don't know. Let's see. Where are we going with this, John?
back to Wes Watson.
Okay.
Before prison, this asshole likes to go on interviews saying he was this big baller weed dealer driving around in Escalades with 22, 23-inch rims, right? Which I don't even think they made 23-inch back then. But he goes around trying to say he was a millionaire back then before he even went to prison. But the fact is, he was a bum. He used to sleep on people's couches and run.
So I want to just interject for a second, John. I actually know somebody that knows him that used to supply him, allegedly, right? And he said Wes was a hustler. Wes did have some nice stuff, nice cars, and then allegedly became his own worst enemy. He got allegedly hooked on dope, and so the rims disappeared. The system in his rides disappeared, and then he wound up in the situation John's talking about. A fucking bum, a curb creature, living in somebody else's pad, just driving everyone else crazy. So let's get into that.
Around town to pretend he was rich. Jesse on Fire, shout out to him. He just made a video exposing this because his wife was friends with girls that dated him.
But here's what I know. He lived
Shout out Jesse
with Gabrielle's friend prior to going to jail. I think it was maybe 18 months to 2 years before he went to jail. So clearly, well after he said he was driving Lamborghini doors and making 80 grand every 10 days. Okay. He didn't have money for rent. He did not pay for bills. He lived with her. And he lived with her 2 other friends that lived there before him. And then he had to move in with his girl because he didn't have money. And the 2 other girls hated him so much that they moved out. They're like, I didn't sign up to live with your dude who's totally crazy and is not contributing to bills. And so they left.
And then let's just get into let's just spill the beans here. Fuck it. When Wes was arrested, the skins where he was housed pushed up on him, and he was a pussy. When he was in the county jail, he was very afraid. He had no connections. These dudes pushed up on him, and his story, check this out, is that he was a former Navy SEAL, and that he had become a Navy SEAL at 19 years old. True story. And this has been verified by several people that were in the county jail with him, that he was telling stories that he was a Navy SEAL. I don't know if he thought that somebody in prison and somebody in that jail was going to be like, oh, fuck, don't fuck with him. He's a Navy SEAL. No, they just stabbed the shit out of you. That story was stupid. And to this day, people that were there are still laughing at you for that one, Wes. Just, some more tales of Wes.
Okay, so he ended up living with Gabrielle's friend. He didn't have money for bills. That is why he moved in with her. And that is it's just true, man. That is something that happened. I know this for 100% sure.
So you pretended to be rich, but in the meantime, you were really a fucking bum.
I have to skip this. You guys see it though. Muscle Gels. Go check them out and use John. John's probably has a link in the description. Make sure if you get this stuff, you use his link. Thank you.
Successful and rich people, they're humble, like I said before. And the reason why is because they don't need to show off these things to people because they're confident in who they are as a person. And now we're going to get to some good stuff. You guys remember the big time Sharmuta Gabby that he was paying monthly for, right? I tried to find him a replacement, but she didn't want to go and deal with this.
See, that right there, she looked decent, right? And what the fuck happened to her lips? I'm not trying to disrespect her, but Wes, did you pay for that?
Right? I tried to find him a replacement, but she didn't want to go and deal with this fucking asshole. Remember her? Well, after she got sick of his shit and left, he goes after her. All those fancy Gucci things he was buying her, the watches, the purses to
He hooked her up. He hooked her up big time.
match his, whatever he was buying her, right?
Yeah.
He wants it all back.
Did he lease him? Who does that? Like her touch the clothes because she probably wasn't wearing underwear. Like, what's he gonna do? He wants to smell them.
He's telling her, give me all the shit I gave you back. And she posted it on Instagram. Maybe he needs the money now. Maybe he's that same guy before prison and tries to go around and show he's rich, but maybe it's hard times now. Maybe he needs the money. That's why he wants all the shit back from her. So this brings me to the most important part of this video.
Okay.
Was this whole going around thing, flashing that you're rich and successful, living beyond your
His pants are so tight, and because he doesn't have a butthole anymore, allegedly. Look at the way he walks.
means, right? Was this all for a show, just like you were doing before you went in prison, because you knew your business model depends on showing all these things? You want people to think you're worth more than you really are? We know this fool. He had to make millions of dollars selling all these bullshit programs to people, naive
Straight up.
people who thought they're going to get rich and successful like him. So we know he had to make money. But this is the thing. To keep up with that lifestyle he's living, it ain't cheap. And he had to piss away a lot of money to keep this image going.
Wes, is this right? I don't want to do any more because I don't like to ever show the whole video. I want people to go back and see what there we go. If you want to find out the rest of that, go check out John Bravo and tell him that I sent you. Thank you very much. But Wes, is that really the business model? Make some money and then lease some shit to make it seem like you're making more money and entice people to. That's like the casino. Like you're at the casino, fucker, and you're just pouring money in the fucking slot machine. You don't realize the casino wins every time? The car dealership, the realtor, like everybody's winning off you, you dumb fuck. Oh man, Wes. Break all the leases, man. Break the leases and whatever you have left, actually go and buy something, man. Buy something that's gonna appreciate. Because nothing else is gonna appreciate you. Oh my god, that wasn't right. That was cold-blooded. Shut the fuck up, Dubs. Don't kick a fucking man while he's down. And that vato is like under some shit. He's not only is he down, but he's down up under some shit. Wes, you dumb fuck. If you would have really been a shot caller in prison, you would have been laced up enough to understand business and how to fucking actually expand business. Like a simple fucking shot caller in prison gets laced up like that if he's around the right people. You are a fucking idiot. But anyways, that's my video for today. Thank you, John Bravo. I love the hair, man. If I could grow that hair, I would grow that hair. And then maybe I'd get as many views as you. Fuck. Anyways, that's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.